This week in Cincinnati, continuing our conversation with Cincinnati Mayor John Cranley. Last year, when it came to sanctuary cities, you had said that this city stands with immigrants, the city stands with Muslims, the city stands with Syrian refugees yearning to breathe free. The city has been for years and will remain a sanctuary city. I know sanctuary city is kind of a loose term. On Capitol Hill right now, they're still trying to deal with the Dreamers and the DACA issue. But this week, the acting director for U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement had said that politicians who run sanctuary cities should be charged with crimes, and federal dollars, according to U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions, federal dollars should be withheld from cities who claim to be a sanctuary city. When you're trying to get projects finished and completed from the Western Hills Viaduct in this community and other projects where federal dollars are going to be needed, and you hear things like this, is there a reaction, or is it just grandstanding from Washington?
I think it's a difference of definition. Couple things. I do support and hope that President Trump and Congress will work out a solution for the Dreamers, for DACA. I think that's the right thing to do. I do think that we should continue to be a Statue of Liberty country where refugees properly vetted should be allowed to come here on a limited basis. The Attorney General Sessions has put out regulations already and defined a group of cities that he believes are breaking federal law, which is how he's defining sanctuary city. We don't meet that definition, and I made it very clear from day one that we would follow federal and state laws, even laws that we don't agree with. And we did and do and continue to express our profound disagreement with the way President Trump has handled some of these issues. But we do take an oath to the Constitution and to the federal laws and to the state laws and to the state constitution and to our city charter. So while we are expressing our disagreement with some of those policies, we will not break federal laws. So that's why, and because of that fact, that's why we're not on the list of Attorney General Sessions cities that would lose funding.
All right, we have just about 2 minutes left in the show, kind of a lightning round of questions. Amanda, you first.
Yeah, we wanted to ask about the budget.
Yes.
What are you going to cut to make that $22 million gap?
Oh, well, the budget, as you know, we've structurally balanced for 4 straight years, and every year they project some kind of shortfall, but every year we meet it by making tough decisions. If you think about it, it's less than 5% of our total general fund. If we had to, we could do 5% across the board. I'm not trying to totally minimize it, but I've been around long enough to say that we're going to be fine.
What about Harry Black's proposal to raise property taxes? Would you support that?
I oppose raising the property taxes to balance the general fund. I have always supported the rollback, and I intend to keep doing so.
And does FC Cincinnati get a bid this year?
I think it's going to. I was there in New York for the pitch. I think it's extremely exciting for the quality of life. It's really taken the city by storm. Carl Lindner and Scott Farmer and Jeff Birding, they did an amazing job with the Major League Soccer expansion team. I know they were deeply impressed by our presentation, and I don't know, but I'm predicting that we get an expansion team.
But here or Northern Kentucky?
Hopefully, well, if I'm in charge, if I have any say, it'll be in Cincinnati.
There have been a lot of rumors and speculation over the past 24 hours, in fact, that an announcement will come this next week. Do you have any insight into any of that, or are you kept out in the dark like everyone else?
I could tell you, but then I have to kill you. No, I am hopeful that there'll be an announcement next week, and I'm hopeful that it'll say that we're going to get a team.
District 5 obviously was a big issue for a number of families and officers in the city of Cincinnati. Where do we stand on that now, and I guess the best timeline as we see it right now? So
I promised last year that I would have everybody out by the end of the year, and we achieved that. Now the officers are working out of the old Talbert House Center on Hamilton Avenue in College Hill. And I'm also hopeful that council will allow us to build the permanent District 5 there.
Right.
That may or may not happen. But we've moved the officers out of the existing location.
And do you support FOP President Dan Hills?
He and I have got a good relationship. Like anything, we don't agree on everything. I didn't agree when they pulled out of the collaborative agreement, and I encouraged them to get back in. They did vote to come back in. So I appreciate that. But I have a good, you never agree with everyone 100% of the time, but I appreciated his endorsement for my campaign, and I enjoy working with him on a variety of issues.
All right, Mayor John Cranley, thank you so much for joining us for This Week in Cincinnati. We'll be right back.
The people.